Peggy 12.
Hi everybody, and welcome to a new Nintendo Direct. The last time you probably saw me was at the E3 show in Los Angeles, and I hope you enjoyed our coverage during that week. You might remember we had a Nintendo Direct pre-E3 presentation just before the show started. During that presentation, we focused entirely on Wii U, but I also mentioned there would be other opportunities for us to show you more on Nintendo 3DS. Well, that is exactly what today's Nintendo Direct is about, and we hope you'll be excited by what's coming up in the next couple of months for Nintendo handheld gaming. You may notice I have been saying Wii a lot. That's because it's now time to hand you over to Mr. Shibata, the European variety of Satoru, for today's presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata, for your kind introduction. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nintendo of Europe warehouse out in the countryside of Germany. This is where we assemble, store, and ship games and consoles all over Europe. And as you can see, it's a pretty impressive place. You are probably surprised that I would be presenting from out here. But today we have a very special delivery to Europe, and I wanted to be here to take a look. But please see for yourself. We received feedback from Nintendo handheld fans saying they would like a bigger 3D screen to play games on after the launch of Nintendo 3DS. And that's why we decided to work on a new hardware version, our new Nintendo 3DS XL system. The upper screen is 4.88 inches, which is 90% larger than the current 3D screen. You will be able to see Nintendo 3DS XL yourself soon as demo systems start entering store and exhibitions. There is also proportionally more 3D screen compared to the overall frame, and the rim around the edge is slimmer for an updated look. The bottom screen measures in at 4.18 inches, a similar increase from the 3.02-inch screen of the Nintendo 3DS. You can see the size and weight here. Although the screen is 90% larger, the hardware itself is only 46% larger. Making the screen larger means, of course, the backlight needs more power. To compensate for this though, we made the battery capacity larger for longer playing times. The resolution and processing power remains the same, but we've increased the size of the bundled SD card from 2 GB to 4 GB to give you more space for future software downloads. We decided to make the screen larger but we also wanted to make the system available at a reasonable purchase price. Because of this, and because so many fans already own a previous handheld, an AC adapter will not be included. If you have a Nintendo DSi, Nintendo DSi XL, or a Nintendo 3DS, you can use your existing AC adapter to charge the system. If not, we have to ask you to purchase one separately, and we'll make sure there are plenty available at stores. For the same reason, we decided to sell the Cradle with AC adapter separately as well. Since we already received the first delivery of the system, you will probably have guessed the launch date is not far away. And you are right. Nintendo 3DS XL will actually launch in Europe from next month, July 28th to be exact. And as you saw in the video, the system will come in 3 colors, blue, red, and silver. But that's not all. We are also launching some games on the same day, games that we think really take advantage of the large new screen of the system. I really like to show you those games now, but I think that would be better from another place, as things might get noisy here soon. The first new game is Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance from Square Enix. It's a perfect game for fans of slick action in a world populated with distinctive Disney and Square Enix characters. But if you are not familiar with the series, we'd like to invite you to try out a great demo of the game, which is available free from Nintendo eShop right now. That's not the only demo available though. You can also sample Theatrhythm Final Fantasy from Square Enix. This is a rhythm game with a difference. It blends addictive rhythm gameplay with the world of Final Fantasy in a totally new way. You can also find the brand new Iwata Ask interview on our website today, which will give you all the background detail you need on this title. Next, we are bringing out a brand new entry in the series that was popular in Europe, and it's easy to see why we think this is a great match with the Nintendo 3DS XL. It's New Art Academy. It will launch across Europe on July 28th, the same day as Nintendo 3DS XL. For those of you who didn't have a chance to play Art Academy on Nintendo DS or Nintendo DSiWare, you might be surprised at how easy it is to become a good artist with a little help. If you did play it, then I'm sure you are ready to enjoy all the brand new features in store for you. There are completely new lessons and a technique to learn, and you can use new materials like a colored pencil and pastels. You can share your creations with friends either locally or via Spot Pass, and you can even create your own custom lessons and share those too. We are also planning to release additional lessons after launch to download, and you can display your art in a virtual gallery like this. I don't think I'm the greatest artist, but I do know some people at Nintendo who are. One of our skilled artists in Nintendo Japan prepared a video showing how to create your very own Goomba. And I'm very pleased to tell you that the Goomba lesson will be available as a custom lesson for New Art Academy after the game launches. Now moving on to the next title that will also be available on July 28th. Freaky Forms for Nintendo 3DS has been one of the most successful new download games available from Nintendo eShop. So we decided to make a retailer version which takes a fantastic original and adds more for me's, a new RPG mode, multiplayer options, and much more. Let's have a look at the new Freaky Forms Deluxe. As with the original game, your first task in Freaky Forms Deluxe is to create some creatures called Formies and set them free on your own Freaky Forms planet. Let your imagination run wild as you choose from different colors, body parts, and voices and put life into the characters you've created to make your own unique Formies. Once you're happy with your new creations, you can use them to explore the side-scrolling world around you. You can also customize the world with new background and scenery. When you talk to other formies you meet, you'll be given tasks to complete, and each time you finish a task, you will unlock more creation options and challenges. New to Freaky Form Deluxe is an RPG mode. In this new mode, you visit dungeons and try to complete an RPG quest with your formies. You'll battle other formies and gain special abilities by unlocking chests and beating boss characters. Each formie has its own strengths and weaknesses, so the challenge is to create a formie that can survive the dungeon. Freaky Form Deluxe also uses Street Pass and QR codes to allow players to share formies with each other, and you will be amazed at the designs some people come up with. You can set up your own themes or rules and create formies with your friends with local multiplayer or download play options. Use your AR card to take a look at your formie in the real world in 3D and snap a picture or two. Freaky Form Deluxe is a fantastic, engaging game where the only limit is your imagination. There is plenty of new content for owners of the first game to enjoy, and newcomers to the series will have the fun of discovering everything for the first time. If you managed to watch our E3 coverage, you will know that we showed off some features from our new Nintendo 3DS Mario game. New Super Mario Bros. 2 for Nintendo 3DS will be available in Europe from August 17th, both at your favorite store or as a digital download. In this game, coin collecting takes on a whole new dimension, and you can really enjoy the fun and the challenge of collecting up to 1 million coins. It adds depth and makes replaying more enjoyable than ever. Today, I'd like to show you something new. We also have a special new Coin Rush mode that is going to challenge you like never before. Watch a special feature video to see how collecting coins and Coin Rush mode feature in the game.
New Super Mario Bros. Is coming to Nintendo 3DS. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Mario's new adventure is filled with coins. For example, this is a gold ring. If you pass through one of these gold rings, enemies will turn gold for a short time, giving you the chance to collect loads of coins. If Mario wears a gold block on his head, coins will start to stream out from behind him. Jump or dash to create a stream of coins behind Mario. And with this new power-up, Mario can transform into Gold Mario, allowing him to turn blocks into yet more coins. The courses are also filled with lots of other ways to get coins. In a new mode called Coin Rush, the aim is to try to collect as many coins as you can. You have to play through 3 randomly selected courses with a reduced time limit. Your remaining time and how high you make it up the goal pole are also converted to coins. You can decide on your own strategy for how to collect the most coins. Share your records using Street Pass. You can even try to beat other players' records. Aim for 1 million coins. New Super Mario Bros. 2.
This mode also uses Street Pass to allow players to challenge their friends to see who can collect the most coins across 3 stages in the shortest amount of time. Because you will only have 1 life in Coin Rush, it's a delicate balance of risk and reward. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is cramped full of contents to play through, like previous games in the series. But we would also like to offer additional download contents after launch for this title. We will take the opportunity to get feedback from you, the players, to create a new Coin Rush courses that will be available to purchase as additional download contents at a later date. Look out soon for more information on this. Now for something a little different. 2012 is a fantastic year for sports, and the London 2012 Olympics are definitely one of the highlights. I have the pleasure to now introduce you to Sega's Sonic brand director, who has some exciting news relating to Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games.
Hi everyone, I'm David Corliss, the Sonic brand director for Sega. As you know, we recently launched Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games on the Nintendo 3DS and Wii to celebrate the forthcoming Olympic Games. Hopefully many of you have already had a lot of fun playing these games, but today I'd like to tell you about a new free application we've developed for the Nintendo 3DS version. It's called the Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games Virtual Card Album. This is a free application that is exclusively available on the Nintendo eShop that allows you to collect more than 70 exclusive cards on your Nintendo 3DS system, many of which will be available in 3D. You'll get a starter pack of 5 cards to begin with, and then you can collect the rest in a variety of ways. Depending which cards you're collecting, you can get them via wireless connection with other players, via Street Pass and Nintendo Zone hotspots, or even by unlocking them with play coins. And because different cards have different rarity values, the way you collect them will reflect the rarity of that card. So watch out for the announcements on special location hotspots to get the really rare cards soon. Once you complete the set, you'll receive a special bonus card, but you'll only have until September to finish, so make sure you carry your Nintendo 3DS around so you can find them all.
I also have some news about a special promotion we are going to run to celebrate the first year anniversary of Nintendo eShop. We are going to give you the chance to buy the most popular software from Nintendo eShop at reduced prices. The sale will last for 2 weeks and start right after this presentation finishes. You will be able to enjoy 20% off 5 popular games this week and another 5 next week. Don't forget to take advantage of this bonus offer. Now the Olympic Games are indeed huge, but many football fans will be watching the Euro 2012 UEFA Cup Championship just as eagerly. Whichever country you are supporting, all fans love the excitement that great football brings, which makes it a good time to tell you about the new Inazuma 11 football game for Wii, which will arrive in Europe on September 28th. These unique RPG football action games have so far been very popular on Nintendo DS, but this new Wii version brings a more action-focused side to the series and can be enjoyed on your TV screen for the very first time. Experience amazing special moves in a way you've never seen before.
Peggy 12.
Next, I'd like to give you a few details on some Nintendo DS games. also playable of course on Nintendo 3DS in 2D. They are games from one of the most popular gaming series ever. Can you guess them all? Yes, it's Pokemon, of course. Firstly, let's talk about the Pokemon Black version 2 and the Pokemon White version 2, which will be out in store this autumn for Nintendo DS. Around the same time, we will launch the Pokemon Dream Radar game, exclusive to Nintendo eShop. You will be able to encounter and catch wild Pokemon when you move and direct your Nintendo 3DS in your living room or even outside. The best news though is that there will be legendary Pokemon featured in entirely new forms you will find first in Pokemon Dream Radar. And once you capture them, you can transfer them to your Pokemon Black version 2 and the Pokemon White version 2 games. There is another related topic I'd like to mention too. Imagine you are out in the wild and you've caught some new Pokemon. Wouldn't it be great to find out more about them? Then just launch the Pokédex 3D Pro application, which will also be available from Nintendo eShop. You will find data for more than 600 Pokemon in the application, and this is going to greatly help you on your adventure in the Unova region. Pokemon Black version 2 and the Pokemon White version 2 are both fantastic, deep Pokemon games for new and returning Pokemon fans. And when played on Nintendo 3DS, the experience gets even better thanks to Pokemon Dream Radar and the Pokédex 3D Pro. Let's take a look at the first English gameplay footage for Pokemon Black version 2 and Pokemon White version 2 now. The other Pokemon news is about a new game I'd like to introduce. Run with Pokemon Typing Adventure. This definitely does not sound like a normal Pokemon game, and it isn't. As the name suggests, this is a typing game where players have to type quickly and accurately to research over 400 Pokemon. The game comes bundled with a Nintendo wireless keyboard, which connects to the game via Bluetooth and can be used with other Bluetooth-compatible devices as well. Now, one of our localization team members from Europe is going to show us what the game looks like. This is one of the later levels in the game and is quite challenging. At this stage, the pace begins to increase and you are only allowed 4 mistakes. To get the best score and catch all the Pokemon, you have to put your memory and reflexes to the test by typing quickly and accurately. Run with Pokemon Typing Adventure is a game that kids wanting to learn typing skills will really enjoy, but presents a uniquely fun and a challenging experience for more advanced gamers too. It's also a great opportunity to get the Nintendo wireless keyboard, which will come in English, German, French, Italian, and Spanish versions. Run with Pokemon Typing Adventure will arrive in Europe in September. Now, why don't we return to Nintendo 3DS and take a look at the brand new trailer for a game that came out in Europe just last week. Heroes of Ruin is an exciting new franchise from Square Enix, which takes you deep into a world of combat, honor, and adventure. But who better to tell you exactly why this game will captivate you than the developers themselves? Let's look at 37 reasons why you should play Heroes of Ruin.
Peggy 12.
Next, we have a trailer for something that has been popular in Europe. If I tell you we are going to take a look at some features that only a gentleman could appreciate, would you know what I'm talking about?
Permettez que je vous offre le thé, professeur. Tiens bien ta casquette.
Wow!
Ne restez pas là! Courez!
Mais enfin, que s'est-il passé?
1, 2, 3, do, ré, mon, c'est bas. C'est l'heure de se lever.
Il n'est pas à toi. Je suis sûre d'avoir offert ce robot à Henri. Puisque tu aimes les trésors,
vous ne serez pas déçus. Attention à toi! Désolé, Herschel. Je crois que c'est fini. Raconte pas de bêtises, je vais te remonter!
I'd like now to give you an update on other upcoming games for Nintendo 3DS. We are looking forward to bringing you some of the games we have shown during E3, such as Luigi Mansion 2 and Paper Mario. But we also owe you some news on two other upcoming games, Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem for Nintendo 3DS. In order to provide the best end result and give fans the quality they expect from Nintendo, we can confirm today that these two titles will now be launching in Europe in the first half of 2013. We are sorry you will have to wait a little longer, but we hope you understand our desire to ultimately deliver a game that fans will love. However, we do have an update on another game, which is currently in development for the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. At E3 last year, we announced we would release a new game in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Today, we'd like to share more about these two titles. We had originally planned to build a development team from scratch to create them, but the scope of the project, as well as our desire to deliver the games to fans in a timely manner, meant that we needed to take a different approach. We partnered with Namco Bandai Games and Namco Bandai Studio on this project, and will be leveraging their experience and expertise to bring the games to life. Of course, Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai will act as game director and will lead the production as he has done previous installments in the series. Alongside Mr. Sakurai, Masaya Kobayashi, who most recently worked on Go Vacation for Wii, and Yoshito Higuchi, who has directed the Tales series before, will lead a team of talented and experienced developers within Namco Bandai Studio. The team has been working on the games since Mr. Sakurai completed the development of Kid Icarus Uprising for Nintendo 3DS. And today, we have special messages from Mr. Sakurai and Mr. Kobayashi that you can read on the Nintendo of Europe website. For a tennis-related treat exclusive to this Nintendo Direct, Mario Tennis Open came out recently in Europe, and I hope many of you have been enjoying playing online. Did you get to play against me yet? I've also been keeping my eyes out for the special QR codes that allow you to unlock different colored Yoshi characters to use in your game. There are still quite a few to be released, so look out for new codes in the next few weeks. This brings me to my special announcement. We have another very special character that we think will be popular with players, and European users can download him right now or after the presentation using this QR code. Just start up your Mario Tennis Open game, and when you get to the select file screen, hold up on the controller pad and start. Then target the QR code on the screen with your Nintendo 3DS. You'll get a special guest in your game. We've covered quite a few topics today, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about some new and exciting games and hardware that we are bringing to you soon. As you know, we use Nintendo Direct to look at what's coming up in just the next couple of months. However, I wanted to leave you today with a reminder of all the great games that are coming up just a little further on as well. There really is something for everyone in the coming month. That's it for another European Nintendo Direct. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again at the next one.